Hi guys, it's Fernanda and today we're gonna be talking about community college. I'm gonna be talking about the benefits of community college and also some of the misconceptions that I've read online and I've heard, and I just want to give you my opinion about it. So after I moved from El Salvador to the United States, I attended a community college. Honestly, I didn't even choose going to a community college for like the benefits of the community college. I honestly didn't really think about it at the moment, but I'm glad I did because I saved a lot of money and it was almost the same thing, but I'll tell you more about it now. So let's start with some of the misconceptions. I wrote them down, some of the misconceptions that I found online, and also some of the things that I've heard and the popular opinion that some people have about community college. So I'll give you my opinion. The first one is that the classes are easy, and I've also heard that the professors are not qualified. So I'll give you an example to talk about this one. My physics professor at the community college was a physics professor at the University of Connecticut, which is the university that I transferred to. So I got the same professor, the same class, the same material as the people at UConn, but for less money. So that's just one example. And then another thing is that I've seen these at UConn, and I know some universities do it. You have TAs teaching a class, and they only have a bachelor's degree at four-year colleges. And in the community college, we don't even have TAs. So the professors that teach there, they either need a master's or a PhD most of the time. They're not underqualified, and yeah, the classes are not easy. I was giving you the example, this physics class with the professor that also taught at the four-year college. That was a hard class, and I've taken classes that were much easier at the four-year college than at the community college. Like that physics class was super hard, and I can tell you, like, I did half of my studies at the community college and then like half at the four-year college. And you know, it depends the class that you take, it depends the professor. The classes in general, they're not easier at the community college. Maybe I felt that they were a little bit easier because the classes were smaller and I had that one-to-one connection with my classmates and with my professors, and I had like more opportunity to ask questions and to improve than going to a class that it has like 200 students and you cannot even like get the professor to answer your question or your email. So in that sense, yes, it's easier, but that's actually a benefit. The other misconceptions is that there's no student life at the community college, and there is. Maybe it's not as big as a four-year college, but then again, the community college are smaller, but there is student government, there are a lot of clubs, and you have a lot of opportunity to do the things that you want. If there's no club, then you can open a club, and if you follow some rules, then you can get some funding. I'll give you my example. I wanted to be part of the engineering club at the community college, but there was no engineering club. There was in the past, but at the moment it wasn't active. So what did I do? I just opened it. I talked to a professor to ask him if he could be my advisor, and I just requested all the information to like open it and get the funding. And I just told all my friends, and I started by myself. And also I was vice president for the math club, and then I was president for a little while. But we did activities like Pi Day, and the student government in general, they are always planning social events, they plan art shows. And I remember that we celebrate the Hispanic Heritage Month and or other heritage months So like you can do that stuff in there as well. You can get involved. Of course, when I went to a 4-year college, I did see more clubs because there was like so many people. There was clubs for everything. So maybe yes, it's smaller, maybe there's like less clubs, but there's definitely student life. The other misconception that I saw is that the classes don't transfer, and for that one I'll say that it depends, but it's the same thing as transferring from one 4-year college to another 4-year college. You always have to check, if the syllabus are similar, if they're gonna accept the class that you're taking. But generally, for example, in my experience, I remember that at the community college that I went to, there were a lot of transferring programs that you could be part of, and you will talk to an advisor and he will help you to see that the classes that you're taking were gonna transfer exactly to your major. And that's what I did. All of my classes, I think all of my classes transfer, and I think I only had a problem with one of the classes that it did transfer, but it didn't transfer for my major. It was thermodynamics. So at my university there's thermodynamics for mechanical engineers and for chemical engineers, and apparently the one that I took, it was for mechanical, so like I had to take it again, but it was a little bit different, so for me it was fine. But I mean, these things, honestly, like if you talk to an advisor at the college that you plan to transfer and you really do your research and you figure out beforehand, then you're not gonna have that problem. Like that happened to me because I didn't think about it, I didn't do like the research well. But if you, as I said, like if you really do your research, then it won't happen to you because you're gonna plan it beforehand, and they already know. Like UConn actually has a website. I don't know if all the universities has this, but UConn has a website and you can pick your community college in Connecticut, and it tells you which classes transfer and to what they transfer. So you don't even have to speak to an advisor, so it's easier. And then the last one is that it's not a good choice for students with good grades, and I don't think that is true. I think it's a great opportunity. I think you have the same opportunities to grow and to do things. I have a lot of classmates that they did really well, and I myself like achieved a lot of things as well, so I don't think that's true. Just as an example, I'll tell you, like I just graduated and only 4 people in the whole school of engineering got a 4.0 GPA, and guess what? 2 of those people they graduated from the community college that I went to. So I'm really proud to say that, because they did the half of their time, their academic life at the community college, and they did great at the end. So now I'm gonna talk about the benefits. So the first benefit, and I feel like this is like the strongest benefit of a community college, is that you save money. You save so much money, because if you qualify for financial aid, most of the time it covers everything, since the community college is so cheap. But even if you don't have the financial aid, as I said, it's so cheap that you can have a part-time job and save money. Obviously, like everyone's situation is different, I understand, but I've seen a lot of my friends that they worked at the same time, they had a part-time job, and they were able to pay their tuition, and so you don't have to get loans. And at least you're saving a little bit of money the first 2 years, or even if you just do 1 year and then you transfer to a 4-year college, you're saving a lot of money, at least for 1 year. Because I've seen this a lot with my classmates at the 4-year college, that a lot of them they had loans and now they owe a lot of money. And it doesn't have to be that way. I'm telling you, like, you have the same opportunities. You really, like, it really depends on you. Like, going to a community college, it's not a disadvantage. So if you can save money and you can have like the same education, then I don't see why you have to get a loan. Another benefit is the class schedule flexibility. When I used to go to the community college, I remember there were classes that were super early, then like the regular classes during the day, and then you had the afternoon and even night classes. There were so many options, so it was easier. So if you had a 9 to 5 job, or just a full-time job, also if you had if you're married, or you had other circumstances that you don't have like a lot of free time, that's what I want to say. So it's easier for you to have that flexibility. And I remember that when I transferred to the 4-year college, I didn't have flexibility at all. I know all the universities are different, but I think that for the most part they're not that flexible. They, like, every class that I wanted to take, they only had one class, like one class option, and it was like in the middle of the day, and I had a 9 to 5 job, and oh my god, it was so difficult. It was not flexible at all. So like, if you want that flexibility, then like community college are very good. There's also a lot of opportunities for community college students. For example, I remember that I applied to this RU, which is a program funded by the NSF, and that program specifically was targeted for students that didn't have access to research labs. And since the community college don't have research labs, then they take you more into consideration for that kind of stuff, because they see that you don't have that possibility. And like the RU, it's not an opportunity. And then like, if there's like other programs around the campus, since there's less students, then there's not a lot of competition. So I think that's very good. The other benefit is that you can also get certificates, and those help you, in the meantime. For example, you get a certificate like your first year, and then you keep studying, but you want to have a good job, and with that certificate, then you can get a better job than with having nothing. And that's what happened to me. I'll give you my example again. When I graduated with my associates from the community college, I started working in an aerospace company as a project engineer, and I only had an associate. And then like now I'm gonna I just graduated, and I already have years of experience because I was working in the aerospace company as an engineer already. And then another benefit, it's the size of the class. And like, I really like this one because I like small classes that have like, I don't know, 15 to 20 students, because I like to have that one-on-one connection with the professor. I like that he has time to reply to me, and that I can be able to make an appointment and have office hours with him. I remember in the 4-year college, for one of my organic chemistry classes, I used to go to office hours, and there were like, I don't know, like 100 people in this tiny room, and not everybody could ask questions, and it's just different. Like, I really like the small classes, and also it was easier for me to connect with my classmates, and that's super helpful, obviously, like, because you can help each other, you can do homework together and just connect and study. So I feel that was super helpful. So that's it. If you have any more questions about community college, like, comment down below. If you're going to a community college, bravo, you're saving money and there's a lot of benefits. Don't feel bad. Like, I've had people that contact me on Instagram, and they tell me that they feel bad because they go to a community college, and I'm like, no, like, that's nothing bad. Like, I went to a community college, and I loved my experience more than the 4-year college. So don't feel bad, you're doing well. It all depends on you if you take the opportunities that you get. So don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thank you.